Welcome. You are with Dr. Maharajan. We are sharing knowledge on Fintech, financial technology, and financial analytics. So, what we know so far, what we have studied so far. So, we know what is Fintech, the origin, the technological drivers, and what is the Fintech innovations like blockchain, artificial intelligence, digital payments, cryptocurrency, all the Fintech applications like lending, investing, and insurance, insurtech activities like fintech in finance, in insurance it is insurtech. We know all this. Now, what we are going to study today? Okay, can you guess the topic with this information available here? The concept called financial inclusion, or we call financial inclusive development actually. Now, then we have data privacy, something known as algorithmic bias, and transparency. What are they? So the use of technology to expand access to financial services, including the deserved people, all those who deserve this, that is financial inclusion. That means inclusive development. All should grow together. Then we have some issues like data privacy, because in fintech we need to protect the sensitive customer data collected by the fintech companies, and then we need to ensure clarity, accountability, transparency in operations by fintech companies. We need to ensure there is no hidden agenda, or there is no hidden payment, hidden commission, or hidden charges and others. And the algorithmic bias, because of the technology, the computers, the artificial intelligence, others can be programmed to um, to use to actually in a wrong sense. That means to inequalities, may lead to inequalities. It may be biased approach. So that's why we need to be very careful in this. So what is common among all this? If you guess it right, this is called the ethics, the ethical challenges in fintech. So we'll see what are the real life case studies. Actually, privacy breaches. A major fintech platform exposed personal financial information of millions of users. So sometimes it is done intentionally, deliberately. Other times it may be, by the uh, people, by the attackers, by uh, people who who are into breaching into the financial services, like virus attacks and other things. So then a lending algorithm, it was found to discriminate, disproportionately deny loans to individuals in certain racial groups. This also happens because of the big data. We have all the information about the customers. So the computers can be programmed to, the AI, the algorithm can be changed accordingly to exclude certain cases, exclude certain communities or exclude certain groups and all. So that is not actually right. It's not ethic. So again, lack of transparency. A company was criticized for its opaque pricing, and fee structures, leading to confusion. So again, we found in a case a robot advisor using AI to manage investments. Okay, it faced questions on its accountability in decision making. Okay, fine. So these are the real life case studies in ethical challenges in fintech. Now, what the regulatory landscape can do for this to solve or to mitigate these ethical considerations, like laws like these international laws, they like GDPR and CCPA, they aim to safeguard data privacy and ensure consumer rights. And again, the regulators are developing guidelines for ethical conduct of financial and lending institutions. Again, there are codes of conduct available. This by the self-regulations by the financial uh, companies themselves, by the industry, that's available. Again, we have consumer protection measures, we have consumer protection laws, and government agencies are implementing policies to protect the interests of the consumers. So these are the regulatory landscapes we have against these unethical practices. Okay. Now, So what is meant by transparency and data privacy in fintech actually? So data collection and use. Fintech companies collect a lot of data. They should clearly disclose what data they are collecting and what is the purpose for the collection of that data. Like data like location, data like our emails and other sensitive information. So why do they collect it, and what is the purpose? And consent should be given to the customer. Users should have the right to access, modify and delete their data, and that control should be given to the users, and the users consent to be taken. Of course, many of us do not even read the agreements. We just say yes, yes, yes. But that should not be. We should consciously give consent. Data security measures. So there should be security protocols to essential antivirus and other firewalls and all to protect customer data from breaches of unauthorized access. Then the transparency operations. Fintech companies, they should provide clever and clear and understandable information to the customers about their product and services. There should be in very clear language, not in opaque and other ways. There should have transparency and clear information. So then next we have algorithmic bias, because artificial intelligence can the by actually um, programming the programming the programs in a different way, the changing the algorithms, the data can be biased. Okay, so it can create inequalities, it can exclude some groups. These things should not happen. So design flaws sometimes due to unfair practices for certain groups and lack of diversity, because uh, again there can be biases in algorithms. So we need to ensure transparency, and it should be clearly explainable to the customers. Right? Then we have ethical dilemmas in fintech. Like we should have access to credit, but again, sometimes it can be predatory lending practices. The financial institution go about, you know, giving customers, chasing the customers for lending, for giving credit cards and all. That should not be. It should be by mutual consent. Next, investment decisions, you know, without human oversight, algorithm use robot basis, they can make investment decisions, but where is the accountability? So clear accountability should be built in the system. Then financial literacy, the customers must be educated of financial knowledge and the regulations also. And financial exclusion should not take place. Financial services should be inclusive and accessible to all, ensuring equality. They must ensure no one is left behind. Now, let us see what we have learned so far. What are the key ethical concepts in fintech? And we can find some case studies, real life case studies which we are given also, and we can have a group discussion to discuss all this also. Clear? So what are the key takeaways? Fintech has the potential to revolutionize finance, but it is very important that we maintain ethical considerations. So promoting transparency, protect data privacy, and again reducing the algorithmic bias, and ensuring financial inclusion. These are very, very essential for building a responsible and equitable society and financial ecosystem. Hope you enjoyed. I will meet with other videos. By now, is signing off, Dr.